Thank you so much for listening to Urbanistica Podcast. I am Mustafa Sharif, an urban planner, and you're more than welcome to join my big journey of exploring the making of smarter and more livable cities. Please don't forget to follow Urbanistica on the different social media platforms, and also let's connect on LinkedIn. Big thanks to Urbanistica podcast partner AFRI. AFRI is an international engineering and design company providing sustainable solutions in the fields of energy, industry, and infrastructure. Are you ready for a new episode? Let's go for it. Big pleasure to welcome you, Aytan, to Urbanistica Podcast. Hello and welcome.
Hello, Mustafa. Thank you for having me. It's a really big chance for me to attend your very famous podcast, I can say. And it took for me 1 year, I think, to find the common way.
Yeah.
I was in Turkey when I decided to talk with you and I attend your podcast. And so now I am in Sweden, but at last we decided for that. Thank you.
Now we are here. So how are you doing? Everything is good with you?
Yeah, everything is good. I graduated from Chalmers last year from my second master degree. I can say design and construction project management.
Nice.
And then I can get invitation, I can say, for senior architect role in Turkey. That's why I went there. I spent 5 months. Then I decided to come back. I missed Sweden, I can say. Yeah.
Missed the snow. You missed the snow here in Sweden.
Snow, yeah, of course. In Izmir, we cannot see that much snow. We just know a 40-degree summer.
Yeah. So in this episode, we are going to talk about child-friendly cities and places, and your experience in Turkey and here in Sweden, and compare, see what we can learn from the different countries. But first, tell me, what inspired you to focus on this topic between Sweden and Turkey, and when it comes to child-friendly cities or child-friendly places?
Good question. Thank you. Well, when I was studying for master in architecture back in Turkey, maybe 12 years ago, as an experienced architect, already I spent a lot of time, let's say, really diving into cities, architectural layers, but architectural, both historical and modern. It's like an architectural playground. Izmir is like an architectural playground where every street and buildings tell you something. But after becoming a mother, spending years raising my son in Sweden, it really changed my perspective. Coming back to Turkey after graduation from my second master, I received an invitation for senior architect role. It was a bit, let's say, it threw me off a little. In Sweden, everywhere has some sort of play zone. For children, I'm talking about libraries, parks, shopping centers, even in banks. A free play space is just there for kids. It's almost ingrained in the culture. But back to Turkey, when I started looking for similar play areas, it was different. My son had grown used to these spaces, and I could really feel the contrast. It got me thinking more deeply about how we as architects could bring that same level of inclusivity into Turkish public spaces.
Yeah. So it started when you got your son, and then you start to reflect about this, what are the places and the areas that are more child friendly. But before that, you didn't think about this topic, or no?
No. I didn't think about that. people, I think, understand the difference when they live
Yeah.
this environment or this situation, I
Yeah.
can say.
So,
Yeah,
Aytan, you study in Chalmers here in Sweden,
yeah,
and also
yeah.
you study
Last
back
year.
in Turkey, in which university?
Yeah. In Turkey, it was in Izmir Institute of Technology.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
yeah, it was.
did you study like a course about child-friendly cities, or no, in both
Mm,
universities?
no. It
Mm.
was really the different topic. It was about deployable structures in architecture in Izmir. Yeah, I work for mirror origami, like deployable tents. Like it's different, and in Sweden as well. But as I say, when I spend time with my children, then I start to feel
Yeah,
his feeling and feel combine my feeling that how I can do some change for our countries, especially in
exactly.
Turkey, because I live there
Yeah,
for 5 months. Yeah, then I feel the difference. Yeah.
yeah. So let's start to compare and
Mm-hmm.
see what we can learn from the two different environments. Maybe let's start
Okay.
what we can in Sweden learn from Turkey.
Yeah, that's such a lovely question. Yeah, there is something unique about Turkey's outdoor culture. A warm, really, I can say, is something Sweden could definitely draw inspiration from.
Mm.
In Izmir, with the beautiful weather, families naturally gather outside.
Yeah.
Playground here feel almost like extension of family life with parents, grandparents,
Mm.
everyone interacting together. I remember these days when you would go to the park and would be people chatting, kids running around, families mingling without hesitation. It's
Mm.
so vibrant.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
in Sweden, the facilities are fantastic. We agree, but I think it can feel a bit reserved. Families might be in the same space, but it's more contained. The Turkish approach is it kind of encourages everyone to talk, to share.
Mm.
It's kind of natural, organic way of chatting, creating community.
Yeah.
So I think that level of openness in Turkey's outdoor spaces could add a beautiful
Mm.
dimension to Swedish public areas, making socializing feel more effortless, I
Mm.
can say.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like also
Mm.
has to do with a lot of layers, but maybe also, as you mentioned, like creating some spaces that bring together people to meet and talk. So it's both like the
Yeah.
physical built
Mm.
environment, but also like
Uh,
the software,
yeah.
the people, the culture.
Exactly.
But do you think
Exactly.
people like in Turkey going out and talk and spending time outdoor because of the weather? I mean, here it's very cold. For 6 months, or now it's like 8 months. It's very cold.
Exactly. It is. It's cold, but I
Do
can.
you think it's an excuse?
You mean going outside? Like not gathering outside. You mean? Yeah. It might be an excuse, but although Izmir is a very hot city, but still it has winter. It's still like the topic, of course, but the topic, the problem, I don't think is about that gathering outside. It's maybe about like, for example, summer. Let's compare
Mm.
summers.
Yeah,
Turkish summer or Swedish
yeah.
summer. Yeah, everything is, I can say, all infrastructure for children, for families are perfect in Sweden. Yeah, well structured, but I can say like we always hesitate to go someone to come to go by
Mm.
nearby someone and start chatting. Of course, they will welcome you. There is no no
Yeah,
problem.
yeah,
I tried several times, but I feel people feel a bit hesitated. Yeah, try to stay a bit far.
yeah.
The thing is not same in Turkey.
Mm, mm.
Turkey, everyone won't talk. You can just go. Even you don't want to go, you just sit near them. They will start. Yeah, the
Yeah, this is
thing
the
is that.
this is
Yeah.
the difference. Also, when I traveled to Istanbul for a
Yeah.
conference, I noticed that like even without me opening my mouth, so people will talk with me, like
Yeah.
asking and
Yeah.
so on. It's
Exactly.
and it's the opposite here in Sweden. Like people
Exactly.
talk to you and very friendly and helping
Yeah.
just
Uh,
when you open your mouth. Like you need to start
exactly.
first.
Exactly.
There's
I
the
never
opposite.
feel hesitated. Yeah. For me, it's no problem, but I see general,
Yeah.
general overview. Yeah,
Did you also find it
understand.
like difficult to interact with people here when you moved to Sweden? That like people are not so social, but
Uh, you mean in Sweden, right?
yes.
In Sweden, when I start master, I got a bit shocked. Like I thought that like it will be like Sweden, Turkey, because it was my like maybe third day in Sweden. I started directly master
Okay.
class. Then I find that everyone will come to me and talk with me.
Ah, that's
I just
good.
attend. Yeah,
That's very
no,
good.
it was my idea.
Aha,
Like,
it was your
but
idea.
yeah. But I entered the school class. I entered the class and I find that no one like even no one I can say see that there is someone new.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
recognize me. Yeah, even no one recognize me. But it is not only about me. It is
Yeah,
about
it is like this.
culture. Yeah, they just yeah.
It is, yeah,
This
the
is like
cultural, it is like this,
yeah,
exactly. So, okay,
yeah.
so what we can learn is like this cultural, social way of talking with each other, being
Yeah.
outdoor, and so on, spending time together
Exactly.
outdoor. This is what
Exactly.
we can maybe get inspiration from
Mm.
Turkey. Uh, th-
Or
do
also
we,
indoor. Yeah.
exactly. Do we have
Yeah.
more things to get inspiration from, or should we move to the next question, which is about
Yeah,
what?
we can go.
Yeah. And so
Mm.
next question is about what can we learn from Sweden?
What can we learn? Or so many things I can say. Right, absolutely. I think in Turkey, the outdoor spaces are lovely, but what is lacking that mainly make me think about that is this concept of indoor play areas mainly.
Hmm.
When we move back from Sweden, it really hit me how much we dependent on this
Okay.
cozy indoor spaces. In Sweden, you see free, accessible play areas everywhere. As I mentioned before, like even in banks, there are these little safe refuges providing a space for kids to explore while their parents can relax.
Hmm.
And in Turkey, most of the focus is on outdoor parks, which are great. But come to winter, when it is colder, there just aren't enough options. An indoor play space could, provide so much. It could give kids a place to socialize year round, and it is something that would be let's say a refreshing addition to Turkey's current approach to children areas.
Hmm.
I think there is real value in Sweden's mindset of making any public space accessible
Hmm.
and child friendly.
Hmm.
It is a mindset Turkey could absolutely benefit from, especially in terms of all weather play spaces for families.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Why you think, or like when you
Yeah.
mention the indoor playgrounds or
Ah,
spaces indoor,
ah,
I think here we're doing a lot. One because of the weather as well. Back again, uh,
exactly.
and then there are other reasons. But why you think why in Turkey you don't do this kind of indoor playground
Yeah.
facilities?
Yeah. Actually, I cannot say that there is no
Mm.
indoor areas, but there is a lot in the shopping center, but they are really expensive. Yeah, I experienced that we attend so many, but what is the rest of the population? There is a lot of uh, families that below the average income, and they have so many children. It's not like one, two. Sometimes they have four children. So like if we come to like the areas that everyone can attend, play, socialize. I cannot say that there is any single place.
Mm.
Maybe there is some that I will explain, but uh, For example, I am imagining here we have museums, several museums. That every museum it is like mandatory. One floor is special for kids. Yeah, it is
You
like
mean this in
absolutely.
Sweden or
Yeah,
Turkey?
in
Okay,
Sweden.
yes, yes.
Sorry, in Sweden. Yeah. And there is also öppna förskola. They call like that, open preschools. That helped me a lot when I started in Sweden. Have no experience as a mother. Have no experience as a Swedish with Swedish culture. So I mean, this type of places. Uh, so there is several activities that start arrange. So we cannot see this type of indoor activities in Turkey. I mentioned Turkey. Maybe it is also same in another countries. But I spend time with my children, with my child especially there. That's why I mentioned
Yeah,
Turkey.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it's not only about like playgrounds, but also about like programs for the families to welcome them and so on.
And also area that children can play.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. And like we talked also a bit about this social economic factors that affect children's accessibility to public spaces in different countries. Can you tell us more about this?
Well, social and economic factors play a big role. I also experienced that in Turkey. I mean, there is often a big family focus, as I mentioned, which can be great. But economically speaking, families here often don't have a lot of extra resources to spend on social activities for kids. So there is this expectation that big families will fulfill social need with themselves. But that is not the case for every family. Single parents, smaller families, or new residents, they are often left without that extended network. For them, accessible, inclusive spaces can be a lifeline. And in Sweden, there is a lot of balance when it comes to social issues. They have managed to address foundational needs through strong social services. Organizations handle many family needs, and with those covered resources, uh, can then go for toward broader social improvement, like these amazing children's spaces. In Turkey, we are still addressing foundational needs, and because of that, the resources are tighter. So Sweden's system shows that when you have got basic needs met, you can create these spaces that benefit everyone. It's really something I think Turkey could draw from.
Yeah, exactly. And I love to ask you about like we working with architecture, urban planning, urban design.
Yeah.
Like from your opinion, how can we contribute to this? What can we do? Make it more inclusive and accessible.
Yeah, architects and planners really can shape communities. We are not just creating buildings; we are creating spaces that need to meet people's need. After moving back to Turkey, I felt really compelled. Let's say to start a conversation. So I reached out to some organization, a responsible organization, I can say, to share my observation about family-friendly spaces. They listened, though I haven't seen much change yet. It still felt good to get the conversation started. I also spoke with some child psychologists and educators, and they point out that in Turkey there is often stronger focus on family problem solving than on creating social programs. Resources again are limited, of course, but it is clear there is a need for social spaces where parents and kids can connect. Like in Sweden, these social programs are more developed. They are got they have got social programs are more they have got the incredible network of social organizations that address basic needs, which then lets them to use resources to make public spaces more inclusive. Like now, I am back to Sweden, filled with new ideas and career plans. And honestly, my hope is that those small initiatives and continuous conversation, I can say, we can inspire gradual change that reach beyond borders. Change that really makes a difference in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. And what is your, you graduated from Chalmers, congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
And what is your plan now? Like, what do you want to do?
Yeah, now I am on the some process of running my own company.
Yeah.
I have some experience. I can say I spent in Turkey, Azerbaijan, and Sweden.
Yeah.
It is not more like at least more than 12 years, and I had some experience. I will try to combine this all and use this all experience for future projects. Yeah. I will try to serve this knowledge and new technology experience to apply Azerbaijan, and I will contact with Azerbaijani customers, especially at the beginning. But in the future, I hope I will continue with also Swedish and international customer clients.
Hopefully you will find your perfect client that matches with your expectation and also like mission and so on.
Thank you.
So if you give a message to our listeners, like architects and planners working with this topic, what is your message to them?
Yeah, the rewards of creating accessible spaces are very huge, especially for us. I can say for architects. They create a sense of belonging, like these spaces, and provide children with a safe place to play, grow, and connect. Like if we, as architects, can advocate for these spaces, I think we would see a lasting positive impact on families here. It's something I'm passionate about and hopeful to see evolve.
Yeah. And a message to all architecture students and urban planning students.
From me, yeah. Messages if it is international, especially, I can say we came here. We get really a good education and limitless information. Get engaged new technological applications, implementations. We can try to use them for the purpose of growing future, especially for this topic, in good places for children, that they can feel safe and happy.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, thanks a lot, and thanks for sharing your experience, Aytan, and I wish you all good luck, and also continue with your interviews, vlogs on LinkedIn. I'm following you, and you're doing a
thank
good
you.
job.
Thank you for invitation and accepting my request.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thank you.